The line between fact and fiction has been blurred. Fake news is running rampant. Every decade, tens of fake documentaries are released to the unsuspecting public. We're talking about mockumentaries today.
Tens of documentaries.
Tens.
Why just tens?
That was great. That's the joke. That's the joke.
I tried to do a Google search to see how many mockumentaries are released a year.
Yeah.
It's like tens.
I could
It's
find
like
nothing.
less
I
than
found
10.
nothing. Yeah. I mean, what? There's Borat 2 released this year, and then Borat 1 released 6 years ago. So I feel like
that's
tens
about
is
it.
generous.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm including found films just to buff up the statistic a little bit, just to really help me out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you somehow consider found footage movies mockumentaries.
Anything that has looks like it's recorded in a shaky cam sounds like a mockumentary to me.
Yeah, because Blair Witch is so much fun, right?
It's a mockumentary of a supposed witch. And either way, I'm Chris. Welcome back to the podcast. I'm with my co-host, Tyler,
Yo.
Faison,
You.
and our very first guest, Fabio.
Hello, everyone.
Yay.
Yeah.
That's right. We have guests now. We have evolved.
Hell yeah.
By one.
By,
By one.
by one.
Nice to meet you.
And we also have Borat,
I
who's
like it.
hiding under the table.
I
What the
hide
shit?
here for a purpose of a Kazakhstan. Secret mission.
How long have you been on the table for?
Do not worry.
Tyler's really going for it.
Yeah, I know.
He's committed to the bit.
Okay, boy, it's right here.
And he's gone.
And he's gone.
What the-
Goodbye.
He's not on the table. Where did he go?
All right, Tyler, where you wanted to introduce our first movie.
Our first movie, yeah, it is This Is Spinal Tap, the basically first mockumentary type film. It's directed by Rob Reiner, and it follows a fictional band, Spinal Tap, and it just goes through their lives as they're about to promote a new album.
Is it the first mockumentary ever?
That's what most people...
The first popular one, at least.
In 1984?
Yes,
Something
it was
like that?
1984. It's what most people consider it, because I don't know if any other film before that really did the whole fake band or fake whatever. It had the whole interview process with them and made it look like they were just a real life band. Because I mean, when you're watching it, if someone said, "Hey, this is a band," it's like, okay, I'll believe it. They have their own songs. They have their own the drummer, guitarist, vocalist. They have everything. So
Yeah, I mean, if you didn't tell me this was like a mockumentary, I also would have very much felt like this was just some British band from the British invasion. Like,
Yeah, it's
from that
very
time.
British.
It's. I mean, the whole movie's
Like-
very British. Yeah, it feels like. I guess I don't want to say it feels like Monty Python, but there's like a hint of that type of humor in there. You know, like slightly absurdist type.
and the
Just-
dry as
but
hell.
like it's but dry as hell. Like they take it, they play it all super straight. It's like, yeah, our drummer died. Yeah, he had vomit in his mouth. We don't know whose vomit. But
You can't really test that. Fabio, what do you think?
So I remember you guys saying that you guys wouldn't think I'd like it as much. But I was actually a really big fan of it.
okay.
It was I actually really enjoyed it. Like once I realized it was a mockumentary, because I didn't know what a mockumentary was.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like
So did you think they
documentary,
were a real
mock.
band?
Huh?
Did you think they were a real band?
No, I read the synopsis on the
Oh, okay.
wherever I watched it, and I loved it because it was like I felt like it just exaggerated the like stereotypes of like a rock band.
Yeah.
And I feel like they did that really well with like showing how like dumb the band was.
Yep.
Like we were the originals. And then they had to change their names. Like there was a group on the West called the Originals.
So we changed it, and then they changed their name, so we changed it back.
Yeah, they changed it to I forget where they changed it to.
Was that New Originals or something stupid?
I think it was New Originals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's so
and then
fucking
they're like oh, but the other changed also changed the other band also changed their name, so and it didn't even matter.
It's.
Yeah, I just loved it a lot because like everything was like just going towards like, just them being dumb,
Yeah.
them them just constantly trying to like relive their glory days when they're not really like really packing the same, like they used to pack like 10,000, 15,000 seater arenas. Now they're only doing like 1500s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like their main audience is like younger boys.
Yeah.
I also really enjoyed like the over sexualization that they had with the band, like because like that's like rock bands are kind of known for like being like demonic or at least like overly sexualized.
Yeah,
And they did
that's
both
true.
of those.
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially like on stage they have like really tight pants.
Yeah.
To, like
Armadillos. in their pocket.
to show like the armadillos in their pants, and it was
Oh,
crazy.
God.
Some might even say zucchinis.
Oh my god,
Cucumbers?
this scene. So yeah, I actually really enjoyed it. I think they played off the stereotypes pretty well. Even though I don't really know that much about like rock bands, I don't really I'm not like well versed in like what they do and like how they go about their music. But
this was
the
basically just,
stereotypes
like, every
were
stereotype
Yeah.
of a rock band put into the movie.
Yeah, the
which is
whole
great.
most of the time that they think they're way more smarter than they think they are, or just whatever they're doing is way more pretentious.
Yeah.
Like it's the line near the end when who's the main guy? David or Nigel? Nigel's, I know the guy who left.
God,
it's
you're
David.
asking the wrong person.
Yeah,
for names,
I saw.
Tyler.
I don't know names, and I also saw this movie a week ago, Tyler.
Well, no, yeah, you straight up just don't know names.
Go with hair color. Do the hair color.
What's our guest name? Time out, wait, what's our guest name? What's our guest name right here?
Borat.
What
I'm
the
technically right.
Technically, you're not wrong. Yeah.
What the minute guest?
Where do you come from?
Really, just didn't take it down.
Where does he come from?
In my country, we tap the spines and we take their fluids.
Is that what they do?
Yes.
You want to go into the process more? I'm kind of interested.
A government scientist. Like the Yamakov.
Oh no, not Yamakov again.
Were you about to go into that bit where they're talking about like, oh, the end of the band, and he goes into that whole existential crisis. He's like, but what does it mean to be the end? Is the end of like?
That's
I like that a lot.
David's whole bit at the end, he's getting interviewed. It's like, by the report, it's like, so Nigel, your guitar, I think he's either the guitarist or the front man. It doesn't really matter. But he says like, your front man has left you. What do you think about the end? It's like, well, the end of the universe is a thing we're never gonna face. So how can you know if it's the end or not? So really, I feel like it's that. And everyone's like, yeah. It's like, no, what the fuck did you just say?
He was like, what is the end? You know, like the end of our band doesn't mean the end of the world.
Yeah.
You know, like then he went like the whole spiel.
Man,
Yeah.
I like it. Like this had a lot of tropes that like aren't just like it's obviously like British rockers, like Rolling Stones type, all that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
also-
I thought of Radiohead, so.
Yeah, I thought of Rolling Stones, but it also kind of reminded me of like a little bit the Beatles, especially just like they had their own Yoko Ono who came in and
screwed everything up.
screwed up
Yeah,
the band,
screwed
with their
everything up.
Zodiac signs.
Oh my god, the girlfriend / manager is my
Yeah.
favorite. Like she brought us new concepts, and it's he's a Leo, so he has to have the name. No, you're a Cancer, so you have to have this on your and everyone's just like so confused.
Fabio, as someone who has watched The Stars before, tell me, were her decisions correct?
So the way she like portrayed the actual like costumes, it like went in line of like kind of like the animals that she used. Like for like Leos, it's like you're like the lion is like the main symbol.
Yeah.
So of course the person who's a Leo
I'm a
has to have
Leo.
like a mane. Yeah. So they're gonna have like a mane of some sort. For Cancers,
Crab.
yeah, and
No hair.
so they did like the yin and yang thing. I don't know why.
Wouldn't that be
Cancer.
Gemini?
Like yeah, it kind of makes a little more sense for Gemini, but I don't know what she's going on there, but
Welcome to our astrological podcast. everybody.
my favorite thing was when they're at the airport and she was handing out the sheets. She was like, "Everyone get a sheet," and it was like, "All right, well, all the Capricorns have to be in one room," and it was just the worst. She was the worst.
She is the worst.
Yeah.
Okay,
she was
I
the
want to bring
worst.
up one thing: the mime servers. You guys remember that when they were at the house?
Oh, do you know? Did you recognize who played one of them?
What is he talking about?
I no.
Because one of them is like one of them is Billy Crystal.
In the beginning,
Yeah.
they went to.
Oh wait, no.
mime.
I'm sorry. I was thinking about Princess Bride for a second there because I think Billy Crystal is also in that.
They went to a house for I think it was like a collab or sponsorship with some like rich person, and the servers at the party were mimes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
We're looking it up here. Okay.
I had to pull the scene up.
Yeah.
I was so confused. And then like the one mime is telling the other mime to like hurry the fuck up. He's just being like he's totally out of character.
I'm pretty sure that mime is Billy Crystal.
Maybe.
It could be.
It's I mean, he's listed as Morty the mime. He has to be one of them. So
Yeah,
Morty the
it
mime.
might be him.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I want to
the
ask,
servers.
what's everyone's favorite bit in this? Because like I like, there's one bit that stands out to me. I'll save mine to the end. Fabio, you first as our guest. You can.
I
say-
have a lot of funny. I have a lot of funny.
You get
bits.
one bit.
Yeah,
One
okay,
bit, Fabio.
come back to me.
Okay, Tyler, favorite bit.
probably the wait no, it's either
All right,
between
face off,
no.
favorite
Okay, I'll give mine as the whole bit with the drummer.
Oh yeah.
So for some reason they make poke fun of the fact that most rock and rollers back then would either OD or die early on. But in this case, they're like, the first time, they're like, oh yeah, you had some trouble with your drummer. It's like, yeah, he sadly passed away. Like, we already said the joke about he died on his own vomit and they didn't know whose vomit it was. But then they're like, oh yeah, but what about your second drummer? It's like, oh yeah, he died in a gardening accident. It's like, okay. And your third one? Oh, spontaneous combustion.
Happens to tens of
Just
people every
happens.
year.
And then at the end, the fourth drummer, who has been there the whole movie, also just explodes for no reason.
Tyler, going on that, this isn't my bit, but when he was interviewing him in the bathtub,
Oh yeah.
he was like, the law of averages say I will survive, so I'll be fine.
I mean, that's like the thought process I used to live my life.
Yeah.
The law of
Statistically,
average.
Yeah.
I should be fine.
It was just so dumb. He's like, the law of averages say you'll be okay. And the guy's like in the tub, like, I won't
I mean, like,
spontaneously
think about
combust.
it, like-
and then he spontaneously combusts.
If
at the end of the
if
movie.
we're on a room together, right, and three of you, like if one of you spontaneously combusts, the chance of anyone else in the room spontaneously combust drops significantly.
Exactly.
And then once 2 of you spontaneously combust, even lower. And once a third of you spontaneously combust, it is very unlikely.
Is that how
I
the
will go
statistics
up.
works?
Is that how continuous
So
combustion works?
if I roll a dice and I get a 6, does that mean if I roll
A
a
much less
dice?
chance of getting a 6 the next time. When have you ever rolled 2 d20s in a row?
Pretty often I have a bunch of dice at home. I'm the one who brings the dice to game nights.
That's true.
Yeah, you got nothing on this one.
Okay, but that's like but that's out of 20. Imagine if it was out of 1,000,000 for spontaneously combusting. In a row?
Chris,
To each
Chris,
other?
the chances don't change. That's not how statistics work.
I nearly failed a statistics class.
chances
I think I know what I'm talking. I nearly failed 2 statistics classes.
Okay, this is a really small dumb bit. It's really quick, but my favorite one has to be when they were at the hotel and the manager was talking to the concierge, and the concierge is like, "I'm sorry, sir, you said seven rooms. We put you on the 7th floor." And the manager's getting angry. He's like, "How do you expect us to fit 14 people on one bed?" And the concierge goes like, "Don't tempt me, sir." That
Yeah,
shit
that was
had
good.
me-
That
it was
good.
too funny.
Faizan, what about you?
Mine probably has to be. Well, I don't think it was that funny, but him just going, "These go up to 11."
Yeah. Like that's the most
amp.
Like, it
that's the
wasn't-
most famous part of the movie.
Yeah, I don't think it was like the funniest part. I just think that it was the one that became the most popular. It's like a legit phrase now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I do think it is quite funny because the guy's just like, but what if you just make 10 the highest?
Yeah.
You just crank it
Then
up
it
to
won't
10.
be 11.
But this one has up to 11. It goes up.
What about you, Chris? What was your favorite?
Stonehenge.
When he writes the schematics.
Yeah,
on
he
a
draws
napkin.
schematics on a napkin. He buys them, and he's like, "Well, look, it says 17 inches right there. This is exactly what you asked for." And then when they use it, in order to try and get a sense of perspective, they hire people of shorter stature in order to play the role and dance around it in what is.
And they're still playing.
They're still playing, but it is truly the weirdest fucking thing I saw in this movie, and I just couldn't stop laughing.
Did that happen because of like the metric system?
No,
Like the two
actually.
things
Oh.
like in the UK they don't use like feet, right?
no, they use meters and
Yeah.
shit. So maybe he thought he was doing meters, but then it just translates to inches.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
And it
I
was
didn't
funny
think
because
about
like
that.
when she pulled out the schematic, he was like, "Forget the napkin."
The fact that he only gave her the napkin, he didn't redraw
He's
it.
like, "That's all you gave me. 18 inches. Look."
Oh, it's so dumb.
No, I loved
man.
it. I loved it.
It is definitely a movie.
It is good movie.
Yeah, and one that's again that amplifier scene is referenced in everything
Yeah.
outside of movies. Like you go to probably Guitar Center, someone's gonna make
Yeah.
that stupid joke.
Like every,
Yeah.
it's like a.
So if I went to
the
Guitar Center
saying.
and I made that joke, am I cultured?
No,
No.
actually, now you're not because we
it's
talked
like-
about the movie. So
Oh, no.
now you can't make that joke.
I mean, it's like going to Guitar Center and trying to play Stairway to Heaven, and everyone gets annoyed by that.
I thought it'd be Wonderwall.
Or that.
Yeah, but I feel like both of those work.
Okay, so I did have I have a question, but I'll say that for a little bit. Another thing I wanted to bring up was for the provocative album cover,
Yeah.
right? Well, their album was called "Don't Snip the Glove."
Yeah.
And at first I thought it was like an OJ reference.
I think this would be a little bit before. Oh,
I
they
think-
predicted
and before,
OJ.
This is
yeah.
before OJ or after?
Yeah, no,
and
this
then
is before.
I'm like, wait, like do you mean like a glove like a condom? So like don't
Oh, that's
smell like
that's actually correct.
like the like
Yeah,
a
I
used
think
condom.
I think it was.
You know,
so?
and
I'm almost certain
it was
that's
pretty
right.
provocative, right? What they were saying, but then it was great because what was it? The woman he was talking to was like, "Oh, it's 1982. This is in the 60s. We don't have that mentality anymore. We're not sexist." And I was like, "Huh." Did we kind of like say the same things like today? Like, oh yeah, it's not like the like we how we have like
anymore?
PC, you know, like
Yeah.
oh yeah, now everything is like politically correct.
Yep.
And like is that like the same like variant of like politically correct like back in the day?
Oh man, it's just the way to know. It's always gonna suck, and it always has sucked.
Yeah.
I think that's the takeaway. I do like in that. I think it's in that same scene afterwards when the manager's like explaining why this was a bad idea to them. They're like, well, no, the problem is that you guys, you put a woman on the leash. If it was one of you on the leash, it'd be fine.
yeah.
And they're like, oh, if one of us was on the leash, it would be good then.
They're like you gotta spin it. You gotta spin
They put a
it.
spin on it, didn't they?
Yeah.
They really made it clever.
When
Those little
they
bastards.
saw Duke at the store, right? And like they heard fans screaming, and they're like, "Oh, here comes the fans!" And the fans went to the guy named Duke.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, Duke, you're in town. How you doing?" They were simming for Duke. And then his like manager was like, "Nah, fuck off. He's not talking to you." And then as they walk away, he's like, "Oh, what a fucking wanker." They're talking shit because they're jealous of him.
I love the scene also when they're in the they go to a they're gonna do like a signing, and the guy who owns the shop's like, "I'm so sorry, this is all my fault. Please kick me in the ass. Just kick me in the ass."
He didn't own the shop, so he was friends with the owner of the shop.
Okay.
He was like their like ambassador for like the state. Right, so he's like he promotes them like in the state, and they had a really funny scene where he was like, "What about our relationship?" He's like, "This isn't anything personal." Like, no, fuck the personal. What about our relationship? And then I'm just there. I'm like, "Isn't that personal? Like, isn't a relationship personal?" Yeah. Okay, so I did have one question that I was really excited to ask you guys. That I feel like this would go really well. So at the end of the movie, they're talking about the end, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And the end of the band. And they've been prominent in the UK, they've been great in the US, but now they're kind of falling off.
Yeah.
So, then like towards the end, like when they went to Japan, because that's where their other careers start. They kind of like it's like that cycle of like the band never really dying. And then we find out at some point, like, oh, there was 37 people. There was 37 people in this band. But like at the end, like the two main guitarists came back together, right? How one of them left because the other one's girlfriend became the manager. So does that bond mean nothing because of the other people in the band? Or does that bond mean everything because they came back together?
I would say everything, just because they've known each other since they were children.
Yeah.
So they are the band, and then they just supplement people in and out. I mean, like, I'll be
Some
honest, I'm
disposable
grooming you
pieces.
to replace Tyler in about 2 years.
Is that how we're doing this one? What? I blanked out. What's going on?
Naughty.
Any response to that, Tyler? Since
I'm sorry. I'm just more focused that he came in through the window.
It's like, was that a squirrel? No, that was his mustache. Yeah, that was the question I wanted to ponder.
No, I do think that like those two are like the core of the band, and the 35 other guys are just whoever they have.
They're
in the machine.
disposable pieces. They just die.
I mean, what, like 33 of those are probably
drummers.
drummers.
Again,
Some of them
my
just
God.
combust.
yeah, they blow up. It happens.
Two of their drummers spontaneously combusted. The law of averages doesn't mean shit.
They don't mean shit.
This next drummer though, he's gonna last. I'm telling
what
you
if-
guys, he's gonna make it.
He's gonna make it.
Shouldn't the second one have made it because the first one combusted?
Wait, no,
Yeah, well, yeah, he could've.
He died because of a gardening accident. You don't know what the
No,
accident
I'm
was.
sorry. We're talking about the second one who combusted.
Oh, I thought you meant the second drummer in
No,
general.
the fourth drummer. Well, here's the thing. Sure, maybe he could have, but now this fifth drummer has even higher chances of not combusting spontaneously.
But how would
But
he die?
what's the beginning chance of spontaneously combusting as the drummer?
Search that up.
Okay, well, hear me out. What if like because you're schmooving on the drums,
You just get
What
too
if
hot.
that's like what like keeps your blood pumping so fast you just spontaneously
heating up
combust?
so
Yeah,
much, and he's just boom.
yeah.
produce
Too much.
nitroglycerin
Your
in your
inertia.
Fucking inertia.
So wait, wouldn't that mean
The
you're a great
potential
drummer?
energy.
Wouldn't that mean you're a great
No, yeah,
drummer?
you're such a good drummer
That you blow up.
spontaneously combusted.
Yeah,
Dave Grohl
that
is
was it.
constantly at risk of blowing
We
up.
figured
on
it
stage.
out.
Yeah.
Wait, what are the odds of spontaneous combustion? Because they're not zero. That's the thing. The odds of any person here blowing up at any given point is not zero.
I don't know how much I believe in spontaneous combustion. Like,
Fewer than 150 cases of spontaneous human combustion have been reported over the last 2,000 years.
I thought
So
it was gonna
very low. Very low.
That is
but
very
never
low.
zero.
it's not zero.
I love how
never
this
zero.
article is how to avoid spontaneously
All right, now
combusting.
There's some
Faison.
people here who are terrified of
look
it,
up-
and they have to look it up.
Look up barefoot sightings.
Just, why? You want to compare them?
There are more barefoot sightings in the U.S. than human combustions
Oh,
reported.
shit, I looked up fightings, not sightings.
Bear fights?
Barefoot?
You mean Bigfoot?
Did I say barefoot?
You said barefoot. Yeah, I was very confused. I was like, barefoot? Is that?
Bigfoot.
Is there a correlation between Bigfoot and spontaneous combusting? Is it that like you see Bigfoot and
then
you
you-
can't take his full image, and then that's when you
You just spontaneously
go.
combust. But then who reports the spontaneous combustion? Or what if we only
Bigfoot.
have
It's a
150
self-report.
reported?
It's a self-report.
It's a self-report.
Fabio.
I saw barefoot Ben.
It's a self-report.
Get
every
barefoot
time.
out of here. Where a bear? Where my bear Oksana? I hear a barefoot.
Bear Roxana.
Wait, you bought a bear?
Hey, go back.
You bought a bear?
Where my bear?
You bought a...
What did he look up? What did he look? Okay, when you guys make the tweet for this podcast, please use that image.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Okay, this is gonna
Describe the image.
That's supposed to be Bigfoot.
It was? I thought it was a...
That's supposed to be Bigfoot, but wasn't there a senator who got really into like Bigfoot porn?
What?
Hold on, I'm gonna find it. I saw this online. Hold on.
Welcome to Fox News. Now,
Fox.
now at 11.
Okay, no,
Oh,
I
Senator.
got it. Bigfoot. Oh no, come on, my internet.
Bigfoot erotica becomes an issue in Virginia congressional campaign.
Yeah, so this guy has a real thing for big feet, Bigfoot, and he starts like writing a lot of Bigfoot erotica online, and it was like,
I mean, hey, bro, if it's his hobby, just let him rock. You know, like you can be a great legislator and still enjoy barefoot erotica.
I mean,
I'm not gonna say Bigfoot. I'm just gonna say
I know,
barefoot.
I just
for
keep
the
going.
it's the
he
gang.
also retweeted an image of Bigfoot's dong.
Did he
Okay,
really?
okay,
I think
but
so. Scroll
retweeting
down.
on my timeline is different than you
Oh, he
liking
did?
some shit, you know?
Yeah. Wait, didn't he drew an image.
He drew it and posted it on his Instagram.
Yeah, he drew a picture.
I mean, a hobby's a hobby.
I don't know, man. This guy's drawing Bigfoot.
Just don't retweet it. You know, that's it.
He
That
put it on
goes-
Insta.
Retweet it. Okay, just don't put it on the gram.
Don't share it with everybody. We don't need to
I like
see
how
that.
we traveled from spontaneous combustion
The
to Bigfoot's
barefoot.
penis.
Yeah, no, that's it.
To a politician.
That's
who
an easy segue.
erotica.
Yeah, that's an easy segue.
Into each other. That's the realistic way to do things, right? Spontaneous combustion, right to barefoot.
God, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Things that are very low odds of happening, blowing up and seeing
Barefoot.
Bigfoot's
Insane barefoot. Yeah.
barefoot.
Yeah.
Well, you know who else blew up? Andy Samberg in
Yeah.
Popstar, Never Stop, Never Stopping.
Smooth as butter, boys. Smooth as butter.
Butter. Basically, this is a movie about a band with Connor. Was that his name?
Connor for real?
Connor for real.
Yeah.
Right.
When he went solo, that was
I
his
don't know
solo
why I
name.
looked at Chris,
Yeah,
expecting
me
him
who
to know
knows
the name.
names.
All right.
Chris, what was the name we just said?
No, it was such an out of loop name. Like, just gotta know this one.
It's just Connor.
Connor for real.
Him and two other people don't remember their names. Don't really care about them. Let's be honest here.
Wow, you're just like Connor for real.
Exactly. That's why I said it.
So I don't care if you forget my name. I just want money. I just want to be your friend for money.
Yeah, eventually, the three of them break up. They all go on their separate careers and realize that they all kind of suck without each other.
Nah, man, listen. That guy who went to his own farm and then had his own marijuana plant and recording studio, he's living life.
Oh, he's
But
rich.
he wasn't making any music.
But he was making a lot of money.
He wasn't making music.
He wasn't happy.
No.
He wasn't happy.
Yeah,
because
that's
he
the
needed
chord.
to make music.
And he can't make it.
And he
alone.
got screwed
Yeah,
over
his singing
by
was pretty
Connor.
bad.
Musics are the real drugs.
Right.
But yeah,
Musics?
in the end, they all get back together and do this whole thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, it's a fun movie. I mean, have you guys ever seen Lonely Island?
Of course.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, we've all seen
Literally a
Lonely
week ago.
Explain
a
to
couple
me
of us
what
were-
is Lonely Island. I am new to this.
Shut the fuck up, Tyler.
Yeah, fuck you, Tyler. You're not gonna get me into this bit.
What the mean of Lonely Island?
Explain it to Borat since he
Is it
clearly is
an
alone.
island
Fuck, they got me.
off the coast of Lonely?
Who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
Can we just pretend he's not here?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
not through the window. He's climbing out of the
Hey,
window.
It's not your scene yet.
You'll get the
Chimash.
signal, Borat.
I'll be back.
He used the door this time.
That's
What- like,
that's
using
actually
every
a
exit.
hidden cut of Terminator where they hired
Terminator. What?
Terminator. They got Borat to play Terminator. I'll be back.
Oh, okay. I got it now.
My bits are
Yeah.
perfect. My bits are flawless.
Well, sure.
But yeah, like this is literally Lonely Island, the movie.
Basically, yeah.
For those who haven't seen Lonely Island, somehow,
Well,
they're peak musical comedy.
Okay, yeah, because I mean, like they did the Hot Rod, but yeah, you guys since this has the music in it.
Yeah, like
It's just parodies, right?
It's just
literally
constant,
parodies,
endless
pretty much.
parody songs, and some of them are so good. Like I think my favorite.
All of them are so good.
There's something. Yeah, I was about to say I think my favorite is, and then I thought about another one, and I was like, well, but I can't say that,
That was
right
pretty
now.
good too.
I was gonna say "Fuck Bin Laden."
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably the best song.
It's the catchiest.
It's so.
It's what sticks in your
catchy.
head.
Yeah, I have like vague memories of hearing that song in the backseat of a car. That's the only context I have for it, but I was
Yeah.
there.
That song is what unites the entire United States.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, no. Wait, what about not gay or equality?
Not gay. Not gay is a great one.
Or
I'm not gay.
I forgot about that one.
What's the one where they're like legalize it or something? Where they're talking about legalizing crack?
Oh yeah, it's an old one. It's
I
not
don't
in this.
remember
It's
that
that's an
one.
old
This one?
Was it not in the? I don't think
was
it's
that
a
Lonely
movie.
Island or was that Popstar?
I'm pretty
Look
sure
up
it's from
legalized
Popstar.
crack.
Hold
You'll
on.
definitely find it.
No, hold
Yeah,
on.
now we're Oregon, everyone.
Yeah, we actually moved our podcast over to Oregon so we can do hard drugs every episode of the show.
Shout out to Oregon, by the way.
Hey, it's decriminalized,
Hopefully
not
the
illegal.
rest of the US
But
follow
yes,
suit.
that's what decriminalized means, Tyler.
Decriminal? No.
You said decriminalized, not illegal.
But it's also like
Yeah, that's the
Decriminalized
thing.
means not
it's
illegal.
not like completely
But it's
illegal.
not-
It's like
yeah.
less than a gram.
Yeah,
or
it's not
something.
like they're like freely selling it on like in stores.
Okay, it's just possession is legal.
Officer,
More or
2020
less.
shrooms.
It's so that they can go to rehab and not prison.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is
Yeah.
from
Well, that's a
Popstar.
great- yeah.
I don't remember if it was in the movie though. It could have just been on.
This is a cut.
It was a
song.
deleted scene.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
that one then. All right, I never saw that one.
But literally, he makes it sound like he started like smoking, like talking about weed in the beginning.
Okay, it pivots to crack.
and then it's like,
If it was the crack.
my good man, tell me what was that? He said, my friend, you just smoke crack.
Oh yes. Wait, the verses are coming back to me. It's all coming back.
Bobby's got bars he's gonna spit.
Can I play it?
Probably.
Sure.
DMCA.
Yes.
I don't know. What are they gonna do?
DMCA?
Sue us?
Yes, they can.
Yes.
We'll play it real quick.
Just play it.
Oh, it even starts like reggae.
Yeah.
Okay, so it definitely sounds like that.
Oh my god.
It feels
It sounds like Sublime.
like what?
Sublime, the band.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
It
it,
does.
sounded like anything reggae, but
That's reggae. Well, like whatever.
why does this remind me of Gwen Stefani?
Because this is not ska.
Ska came before reggae.
Yeah, I feel like this movie and This Is Spinal Tap connect a lot more. Like it's just pop stars who like it's just like the exaggerated stereotypes of pop stars, right?
Yeah, it is.
And this is a pop star versus like a rock and roll band. So instead of like 3 or 4 people, it's kind of like one guy and his crew.
Yeah.
Just waiting for that.
Yeah.
No, you're right. It is like it's like basically like
An updated version.
yeah, it's like an updated version of Spinal
Yeah,
Tap.
more modern.
And with a lot more cameos.
I also loved how they just added a bunch of songs in the movie.
Yeah.
Like instead of just like it being like a mockumentary, it's a mockumentary with a bunch of songs. 'Cause
I mean-
they did the same thing with This Is Spinal Tap.
Just like Spinal Tap, the band, like they made their own music.
but I had no idea what the
for
fuck
both
they were saying
songs.
half the time.
Yeah, it was nonsense.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
that
like
was the
one
point.
song I remember they kept playing, but all the other like songs were just like don't smell the fucking glove.
The one bit in Spinal Tap where he's playing the piano and it's like an amazing, like a beautiful song. And he's like, "Oh, what is this about?" And I forgot what he actually said, but it's like, "Oh, this is about fucking my wife or something." It's like, they made this and it's
Oh yeah, wait, no, I think I remember what you're talking about.
yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, in Popstar, it's just like he was so upset that his like turtle died. You know, he didn't
yeah.
have
Yeah.
anybody.
This one had more of an actual story
Yeah.
to it, just because you're following O'Connor's around or Sandberg. You're following Sandberg around. Sandberg always just plays himself in everything he's ever been in.
It's
For the most
literally
part.
just Andy Samberg.
Yeah, it's always
Yeah.
playing Andy Samberg. But you're following him around, so you're seeing like he gets depressed, he loses everything. His manager kind of leaves him for this other guy. His turtle dies. He
Well, it's
couldn't remember who gave it to him.
Yeah, it's because his album that was supposed to be, they say it's the most hyped album of all time, and then it comes out and it's terrible.
Just flopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like his own hubris. Like he thought anything he touched turned to gold.
Yeah.
So he thought he could
A
actually
classic
release.
Midas complex.
He thought he could just release actual shit.
Yeah, and it'd be
it would,
good.
yeah, it'd be good.
Like no matter what he put out, people would like it.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
in a way, he wasn't wrong because remember, he fed people literal shit.
True.
Yeah.
He did the
But
test your
but
friend.
that's the
strat.
argument, right? With like regular, like with like rock songs or like not rock songs, but like pop star songs
Yeah.
nowadays. You know, like most songs, there's no like
Substance.
yeah, it's just like
Yeah.
a beat with like just being like either like the meaning, drugs, money, sex.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
They all
As it
follow
used to.
the
These two are
same
music
formula.
Yeah.
Of like the same beat, just like a female singer.
Mhm.
Kind of sound the same.
Yeah.
Every song kind of sounds
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I feel that way about like regular radio music.
Yeah, like radio hits are all like follow the same template.
yeah, for the most
Although
part.
I find that kind of funny that like that's the case, right? Like all radio music all follows the same template, but then like Lonely Island is famous for working with like Adam Levine on a lot of songs, and you could probably make the argument that a lot of his music follows the same template.
Yeah,
It
but
does, yeah.
Yeah.
the most of the people that work with them have a sense of humor, and that's why that leads into the bunch of cameos in this one.
Yeah, there's a lot of cameos in this one. I think it's really fun.
A lot. Like everybody's in this movie.
Chris, name one.
So I know what he's going for here. When I was watching the movie, I said, it feels weird having a scene with this person in it, right?
What
he's
person? What's the name?
What was the actual name of the person?
50 Cent. Who
Okay,
did you
I
think
was
it
actually going to say 50 Cent again.
Who did you think
okay.
it was?
I thought that was R. Kelly.
Oh God! You thought 50? They don't even look alike. They literally don't even look alike.
What are you trying to say there, Chris?
That I forgot what no, it wasn't that it was the looks that I confused me. I literally mixed up the names 50 Cent with R. Kelly.
How?
I don't know why. Like 50
Once,
Cent. No. Let me.
Once 2 quarters.
50 Cent, R. Kelly, and Soulja Boy. Those names, they cross and they bob and weave constantly.
Bob and Weave.
In your head, yeah,
Yeah.
but in
See,
nowhere
Chris gets away with
else.
it because Chris doesn't even remember the names of his best friends. So how do
Yeah,
you expect him to
true.
remember the names of
I
people
can't
who are
remember the
famous?
names of one criminal. No, Soulja Boy, I think was doing a scam where he was like buying Chinese consoles and reselling them on like the market.
Yeah.
for
You
twice.
tell me these
Yeah,
people
he, like,
look
got shot.
alike?
I'm not telling
He
you
got shut
that.
down
I'm
for
not
it.
telling you that at all, Faison.
See,
Ah,
doesn't
there
even
it
know the
is.
name.
I'm not telling you that at all.
What's my name?
Yeah, there it is.
All he
he's crying.
had to do was say Borat. That's all he had to do.
All I had to do was say Fabio. You know,
Yeah,
the
your
kid I've
actual
known
name.
for like I
Ever?
don't know, 15 years,
Yeah,
like 10 years,
long
like,
time.
I love you long time.
So
Yes, I just want to make sure I was right about another one. Okay, A$AP Rocky is in this
Yes.
movie as well. Is he the one who it turned out was British and here on
No,
an illegal
no,
visa?
that was
21
Savage.
Okay,
Yeah.
so clearly
A$AP Rocky was the one that got
A$AP
locked up
Rocky's
in
sister went to
Sweden.
our high school, Chris.
yeah, he showed
Oh
up. for
yeah,
our
that's
graduation.
right.
Yeah.
He lived in the town next to us.
Oh man.
But he was
He's not a fucking
he was
Brit.
the one that was
I don't know, man. Their names, they all blur together.
Chris has all this information, but none of it's
Yeah,
connecting.
Nothing's connecting.
Nothing connecting. It's all just there. But it's just
like
info.
someone was a Brit. Someone went to Elmwood Park. A$AP?
A$AP Rocky.
Uh,
But yeah, no. In Popstar, like, there's no real like crazy like happenings. Like, there's no like layers that's like going on.
No.
It's just kind of like,
Well, what do you mean? The bees are huge and start attacking people. You don't remember
yeah,
that?
the bees.
well, what about the fucking wolf that he hires?
Seal.
like I think Seal was the peak of the movie.
Oh, Seal was the best part of the film.
The
The
fact-
fact that they got Seal and he didn't start singing not Careless Whisper, Kissed by a Rose.
Yeah.
He didn't start singing Kissed by a Rose is almost a shame.
That seems so funny. Just because he goes, just because as they're being attacked by wolves, he beats one wolf and he's like, "Oh yeah, how do you think I got these scars? Wolves, fucking wolves." And then proceeds to get attacked again.
Yeah, he beats the wolf because he has experience fighting another wolf.
And then he
Yeah.
marries his fiance. He marries
Yeah.
O'Connor's fiance.
Yep.
Holy shit. I mean, Seal's kind of looks like a fucking badass. I don't know how he got those scars in real life.
I don't know either. So.
we
No,
Our search guy has just stood up and walked away somewhere.
what do we pay him for, bro?
Pay him?
Do we pay
Him?
anybody? Oh, it's as a result of a lupus. It's
It's medical. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought maybe it might have been like something from the
Wolves.
military.
Actually, wolves. It should have been wolves. They should have photoshopped something to say wolves.
But besides
He should have
all the pop
actually gotten his scars from wolves.
pop stars and like musicians in the movie, you have other cameos. Like you have like producers like Danger Mouse,
yeah.
Questlove. You have
Everyone from SNL.
the majority of SNL stars. Will Arnett, Eric Andre, and Chelsea Peretti are like TMZ parodies, and they're just
oh my God.
going crazy every
The
time.
TMZ parodies were
so
fucking
good.
ridiculous. Holy shit! Like
Those
that was
were
just.
fucking hilarious.
It just was so. It felt like just little Eric Andre bits. Like it
Yeah.
was just so.
'Cause they
off
kept
the rails.
laughing.
They just didn't stop laughing, and then sometimes crying. It was just so. It was.
Who else is here? Emma Stone is in it for half a second.
Bill Hader. I feel like always deserves a.
Bill
mention.
Ha-
Also,
Bill
he's
Hader.
doing Flatliners, the movie. I think from the '90s. He's just living the movie Flatliners.
And the doctor who's trying not to like let him die as he's flatlining is Andy Samberg's wife, who is a famous musician as well.
I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, her music does not. Anytime I think that Andy Samberg is married to Joanna Newsom, it doesn't make sense because her music is not at all what you think for Andy Samberg.
Okay, that's got to be interesting.
I can play it right now.
Yeah, fuck it. I've never heard of this person before in my life.
Yeah, let me
But-
see.
God, yeah, no, I mean, I like how much it's fun how much SNL talent there was in there. There's also
Yeah.
oh God, what's her name? She,
Maya Rudolph.
yes, actually, yeah, that's that's
shit.
impressive that you.
All right, Tyler.
I gave you nothing
Just
to
a
work
mind
off
reader.
of.
Yep.
I was gonna go for like the one in the Good Place, but impressive that you got that. Maya Rudolph was in here. She's great.
Her short scene at the beginning when she's opening the fridge.
Yeah.
And then the guy's like, oh, am I? And then like he says like, oh, my friend's here. It's like, yeah, my N-words. It's like, oh, wow, hard R.
Yeah, hard R. Hard R. That was
Yeah, it definitely it took me a second.
caught me off guard.
But yeah, here's Andy Samberg's wife, Joanna Newsom. If it plays. Oh, there it goes.
This wasn't what I was expecting.
Yeah,
no,
not
it's
at
not
all.
what anybody expects. The fact that she's married to Andy Samberg always amazes me.
It's calming though. I could sit on a porch and like in the sunset listening to this.
Yeah. and
Why
then
am
you-
I in a music video right now?
Right? Like I'm just looking out the window with a cup of coffee and
Yeah.
raining.
It's black and white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. This is like
This is
I
nice.
can't
I
tell
like-
if it's depressing or cathartic.
Oh, read the lyrics. It's depressing.
I like this.
I like it. No, I actually do want to put
Had
that
a
on
nice spin.
at some point. That is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she's a harpist and she gets critically acclaimed.
Oh, she's a harpist.
She's a harpy?
Yes, she's a harpist.
Does she know barefoot?
Yes, her harp playing brings him near.
Full circle. Holy shit.
Oh man.
But yeah, she's in it. Who else? Ringo's in it for half a second. And I think that's his.
Yeah, he's in there. I've kind of forgot about that.
Yeah, he's just in it, and I think that when they're talking about the Beatles or they reference the Beatles and he says something, that's when he's in it.
I think that's pretty much it. I like how Mariah Carey's in it, and she's just like, I'm the most humble person I've ever met.
That's great. Justin Timberlake is
Justin
in it
Timberlake
as the
as the chef.
And when he sings, it's like, yo, shut the fuck up. You're singing terrible. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, like, imagine asking those like actors or like famous famous people would just be like, hey, you want to be in a movie where we make fun of famous people?
And they're like, sure.
And like, sure, I'll do a cameo.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like it's kind of necessary, right? Like, if
Yeah.
you're gonna have like something like this, you kind of need to show like real world perspective at the same time, because
Yeah.
like we're seeing like the fictional work of Connor for real, but at the same time we're like comparing him to the in-works characters that are like in the show that who are like aren't they're like in real world characters, but like we know other real world characters, so like it's kind of like that weird mix of the two.
Yeah, I mean, that's what sells it as a mockumentary. Like, it helps break that divide between this is a movie and this is a documentary. It kind of like it helps break that, like, build that suspension of disbelief that you can almost be like, oh, maybe this this is a real thing for a second there, because look Usher's talking about it, and this guy's talking about it, and this chick's talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And it really is impressive to me they got that many people in on it.
Yeah.
It's pretty
like
great.
a lot of people.
Yeah.
And like pretty big names, like very big names, actually.
I mean, I guess they had already built that up, because like Lonely Island had like Adam Levine, Justin Timberlake, Lady Gaga.
But there are some on this list where I never thought would accept like a role like that.
Like who?
Like Mariah Carey.
Oh, yeah, because she is not humble.
Yeah.
Aren't like all of their roles like kind of like minimal too? Like they don't really have.
They are,
like,
but like
scenes.
I feel like some of these, like especially Mariah Carey wouldn't want to be in like a documentary mocking
Herself.
pop stars
And-
herself, basically.
Yeah, she
Pretty
was the
much.
joke in that one. So.
Yeah.
What if they just like pulled the Borat and just didn't tell anyone like what was actually going on?
It might be that. I feel like some of these people didn't know what they were signing up for.
Maybe. I mean, I feel like at some point it's like, come on, we got these people in on it. You don't want to be the only odd man out.
Yeah.
It's like at the same time they're still getting those other people. Like, well, we got Mariah Carey on it. You don't want to be
once you
out.
have like
Yeah.
any Sandberger, like any like director or producer who has like friends,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
it's kind of like easy to get people in,
Yeah.
and then you kind of start flexing like, oh yeah, we have this whole list of people who want to be on.
He basically just got everyone he's ever worked with on Lonely Island, and then like a couple more, and then at that point it's like big enough pool to just
Yeah.
grab
Yeah.
whatever fish you want.
Because
At
I mean,
that
like
point,
people,
it's like you have everybody.
Yeah, it's like
because they
you
have
don't
fun
want to
with
be the one
themselves.
out of it. Yeah.
It's not like oh, this is a hard shoot. It's like, no, we're basically fucking around.
Listen,
Yeah.
Mariah, we're gonna insult you either way, but we'd rather have you in on it.
All right,
Yeah.
hear me out. Hot take: Popstar equals Endgame. Everyone shows up.
Yes.
Chris is in.
Crushed his soul.
He's walking
Yeah, he's gone.
He's walking away.
Chris is done.
I can see where you're coming from.
Right? It makes sense. It makes sense. Oh god, he's leaving. He's
How far out the door
he's
is
walking
he gonna walk?
out.
He didn't put his shoes on.
Chris is
He
gone.
forgot he had shoes.
Yeah.
So while he's gone, what?
Don't open the door.
So while he's gone,
It locks. Does it actually lock?
yeah, locked.
Wait.
Too late. Damn it.
Is it raining?
I was gonna lock you out.
I mean, you gave us the opportunity.
Can't trust you people.
And then
you
he
know
comes to the window and Tyler's like, "Oh, is it Borat?"
that? It's drizzling out there. It was a bit too far for the bet.
So, all right. So we know. I mean, what we say everyone's favorite song from this was what Biden. I mean, not Biden. Bin Laden.
Yeah.
Biden?
Finest Girl is the song name.
Wait,
Finest girl is Bin Laden.
Yeah.
That's the actual song name.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Bin Laden.
wait,
I just
your
referred
favorite
to-
song was Biden? I really want to know just more about this, Tyler. I'm
What,
not
Biden?
letting you get through this one.
Well, Biden. Yeah, you know, he came out in this. When did this movie come out? 2014.
2016.
16. So this was.
He was not vice president anymore, probably. Wait, early 2016? No, either way, he still would have been vice
No,
president.
Yeah,
October.
yeah.
No, June.
So they got the
I'll
vice
tell you right
president
now.
in
It
this
came
movie?
out.
Yeah, in June.
May 24th, 2016.
Yeah, so.
So yeah, he was still bad. So maybe it was like the goodbye. It was a goodbye song.
It was a
It was like, yo, I wanted to fuck Biden, Joe Biden.
You heard it here, first, folks. Tyler wants to fuck Joe Biden.
What? No, I said the song.
I don't know. I heard Tyler say it.
that's what I heard too.
You're just like Amy Poehler in Parks and Rec now, Tyler.
Yeah, that episode actually does age
pretty
well.
Yeah, that one aged pretty great.
So speaking of music, what besides the music in this one, what would you guys say is the best Lonely Island song?
Oh, hold on. I gotta look up the Lonely Island songs.
I mean, I think YOLO. It holds a very special place in my heart, and it's also really good.
I think the pirate song.
Pirate
With,
song's good too.
Oh, Michael
Captain Jack
Bolan?
Sparrow.
Yeah.
Dude,
This
I
is
love
the
that.
tale.
I love that at the end of the movie when they're
Michael
doing
Bolan.
the
They got
last
Michael
song. Michael Bolan's on stage with the piano.
Oh, that last song is great too.
That
Yeah.
last song is great. My favorite song, probably, I think it's Mother Lover.
I was gonna
Mother
say
Lover's
it has to
good.
be for me. It has to be one of those.
Mother
three.
Lover or Dick in a Box?
Wait,
Yeah.
it's not gay if it's in a three-way.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the
that one,
trilogy.
right?
Yeah, that's a trilogy. One
Yeah.
of those three. It's
Dick
hard
in
to
a
pick
Box
one.
is probably my favorite one.
I think I still have to give it to Yellow. But they're just all so good.
Yeah.
They're all really good.
Yeah,
Lonely
everything holds
Island.
up.
Lonely Island is like the pinnacle of like comedy humor. Because not comedy humor, musical comedy.
Have you listened to Natalie Portman rapping?
Oh God, yeah.
No,
Have you not seen that one?
apparently not.
It's hard.
Do I play it?
It's hard.
I mean, I guess so. Again,
It's actually really good.
this is just a clip show now.
I mean,
We're here today with film star Natalie Portman. Now, Natalie, the last time you were here, I heard things got
I hope people can hear this. Otherwise,
It's a good question, right?
Hey, we could edit it in.
We're not gonna.
We have the technology.
We have the technology. Smash the computer. Yes.
Wait, this is fire. Wait a minute.
Yeah, this is
I'm
not
bumping.
as bad as I expected it to be. But it's
What? She's an Academy Award
Wait,
winning
wait.
actress.
What did you just say?
Put a dildo on a switchblade.
You.
Yeah.
Okay, the burrito lost me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the burrito lost me. It was fire up until the burrito.
that's what makes it. This is interesting. That's for sure.
It's not something I'd ever expect Natalie Portman to do.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't picture her in this.
I think she did it after Black Swan too. Or it was
Wow.
early
So
in
she
the-
does. She goes and she gives like one of her best performances of all
But doesn't
time.
this kind of show like that? Like anyone can kind of like be like a rapper if you follow like a certain dialogue,
Yeah.
like a certain beat. You know?
Well, yeah, I'm sure
Like, the
Andy
way the
wrote it.
editing goes, the way she's like saying things, it's kind of like it sounds good, but she's
Yeah.
this isn't what she does for a living. You
No,
know?
I'm sure like Andy probably was like, "Hey, here's the lines. I'll help you like deliver it." Yeah.
I saw
Yeah.
this.
This is her water.
Because like
break.
obviously as an actress, she can probably like, "Oh, just tell me what to do and I can do it."
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
Like, it's not even like
Oh.
that hard, but like with just like a
That was
little
a
bit
lot
of
to
like.
look at, Faison.
I mean, just production and
production
like
knowledge.
decent lyrics. It doesn't have to be decent lyrics, just a good flow. You
Yeah.
can make music.
Yeah. Look at Nicki Minaj. Like, personally, I'm not a fan of hers, but she has some
Oh,
bangers.
you just
Most.
insulted
God, that
the
stands.
biggest insult we've had on this podcast.
And
is
I've
stands
done
are
a lot.
coming.
right now. You just offended the larger group of people.
That's fine.
Listen, if
That's
I'm
my
gonna get-
opinion. She has some bangers, but most of her music is just like.
I'm gonna
mediocre.
get banned on Twitter when I post this episode, aren't I?
if you're angry about it, please only hunt down Fabio.
You can hunt me down. I don't care. That's
don't hurt the
fine.
rest
At
of
Fabio Sadiku.
I think Cardi B's better. At me.
Oh God.
And canceled.
You know, Fabio, I'm going to join you in solidarity. I don't care for either of them.
I'm gonna take them all
I mean,
down.
what? I like Cardi B. I don't really like Nicki Minaj. Chris, yeah, fuck both of them.
And I still have the hotter take.
They're used to it by now. Every week I choose something to die on.
Bro, oh my god.
And
It's that one episode where the Chris is like 3 hills he was dying on.
I don't think
One
any of them
episode?
worked out. Yeah, any of them
Last
worked
week I
out.
picked a fair amount of hills to die on.
All right.
Good hills. But on the note of hills,
Why's the window open? Oh God damn it!
Nice to meet you. It's me.
hello,
A
Borat.
Borat.
He finally got his cue.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
The trigger word was hills.
Speaking of a star, Popstar, I was a star in Kazakhstan following my first movie film, Borat Cultural Learnings of America for Make Benefit Glorious Nation of Kazakhstan. Great success. We released movie film a couple weeks ago called Borat's subsequent movie film, Making Me Famous Again, yes. Delivery of prodigious prodigious bribe to American regime. I can't even say it with the straight face.
People now realize why we brought him on.
Yeah.
For make benefit once glorious nation of Kazakhstan. Great success. Amazon Prime.
Oh, that was good, man. That was good.
Borat, I have something I need to
Amazon Prime
inform you
Video.
about Borat.
Yes, what is it?
Do you realize that the person you're sitting next to is Jewish?
They did inform me that the Holocaust did happen. But a very nice Jewish lady told me. So now I now have a reconciliation with the Jews.
See, that's very nice.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, this is growth.
Very,
This is
very.
a character
Wow.
arc.
Yes. After, first Borat, maybe a little bit hate.
Just a little anti-Semitic.
And then after I went to the what is it?
Synagogue.
The synagogue with my cloak and my puppet master attire. They took me in as one of their own, and they assimilate me.
Oh boy.
Well, yeah. If you didn't get it from that, we're talking about Borat.
Yeah. Let's start with Borat 1, the groundbreaking movie from
2006.
24. That's what I said. Yes.
24?
24.
Yes, the
It's coming out in
2,000-year-old.
4 years?
Yeah.
No, just 24.
The 2,000-year-old movie.
Yeah, 2000.
Yeah. Yeah, just 2,000 years old.
Yes, the original Borat. Do you want to give us a quick synopsis on that
Oh
topic?
yeah. So Borat 1 was released in 2006. It's pretty much an exaggerated immigrant coming from a quote-unquote third world country, Kazakhstan, to learn like American culture and bring it back to his country. But at the same time of him being here and trying to learn the culture, the side story is that he finds Pamela Anderson, aka CJ from Baywatch, and now he travels the U.S. While making interviews with people to go and find her and make a bride.
Yeah, I mean that's a great summary of it.
This was probably the biggest mockumentary, the one that pushed mockumentaries.
This is the biggest
into,
mockumentary period.
Yeah, this is the biggest mockumentary.
Yeah, I think by far. Like, there's not. I don't think any movie has had like that much of an impact. Like in terms of like mockumentaries, like that you, like when you realize that it's a mockumentary. I don't think any movie really had that hit as hard as this one. I guess if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, even before the second movie came out, people were still quoting.
Yeah,
Borat
very
every 2
nice.
seconds.
This movie's been quoted for since it came out.
Yeah.
Like 14 years?
Decade and a half.
14
yeah.
years ago.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
And I mean,
It's
like,
impressive.
I didn't see the movie until a few weeks ago because my friends and everybody, like you guys, my other friends, and
I hadn't seen the movie till we all saw it together.
That's such cap. You and me watched it like
was about to say,
2
that
years
is bullshit.
ago.
You-
You're right. I watched it years ago, but I've never quoted it.
Yeah,
He's right.
Yeah.
I was going to say that's bullshit. You guys have not just seen the
Yeah.
movie
We
first.
watched
like
it in
I
bits,
have.
Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, we watched. We never had
yeah.
the chance to finish the whole
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, but he's right.
Okay. Anyway, people quoted it, and it's not just one quote. It's not just like very nice. It's not just one or two things. It's a whole list of things they would quote, and I would like see clips online. It's like, all right, I basically know the movie, and then I actually saw it 2 weeks ago, and yeah, it still pays off.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
It holds up.
I've said it before, Tyler. You have weird reasons for not watching movies.
Well, I mean, if I knew the whole plot of a movie, why would I
King's
watch
Speech.
it? Well, that just because it shouldn't have won. So
Les Miserables.
that I just don't like it. So
You haven't seen it. You can't say the Resident Evil franchise.
all bad.
You don't know that.
It is. I've watched one movie. It's bad.
I've watched a sixth of this thing. Thus, I can say the entirety of this thing.
Okay,
are
but
bad.
Tyler's trusting my opinion on
Yeah,
that.
I'm also trusting that too.
I don't trust either of you right now.
Chris, you purposely want to watch
You
bad
don't
movies.
trust them because they are a gypsy, yes?
Yes.
How'd you know?
I saw your book of spells.
Actually,
Bro, I was going to pull up the 1966 magazine.
throw that face on.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna say it now. I've watched Borat 12 times. I love this movie. It's absolutely fantastic. The reason I love it so much is because it's the cultural similarities between Kazakhstan and my country of Albania are very similar.
Yeah.
Like when I show my mom this video, she's like, "Are you sure this wasn't shot in Albania?" Because the village is the exact same.
Yeah, it looks like the exact same.
Yeah,
right?
kids had AKs. You know,
Yeah.
it was spitting image of Albania. Spitting
Yeah,
image. And I just love this movie a lot because he comes here, he comes to America, and he just fucks with people.
Yeah.
And he's like the super awkward immigrant, and people just don't know how to like respond to this. You know, like there's
Yeah, they
like
just think that he's all like new culture. Like
Yeah.
it's whatever. He says whatever. Understandable.
yeah, they have like that language barrier awkwardness.
Yeah.
You know, like they
Yeah.
don't know what he's saying, so they're like, haha, yeah, and they're just kind of agreeing with him.
Yeah.
But he knows that. And he spins it so well. Like Sacha Baron Cohen is so good at like putting himself in the character, where he kind of like can like milk the conversation and get like the awkwardness out of it, like the most genuine
Yeah.
person out of somebody.
I mean, like, I gotta say, like, I like both Borat 1 and Borat 2, but they somehow are not even the best thing that Sacha Baron Cohen has ever done, because he did Who is
Yeah.
America, and that shit is
Is
fucking
the best
amazing.
thing, Like
That's his best content I think I've seen him do, period. It's so fucking good. I think
Yeah.
I've seen it almost twice at this point, because I keep showing more
Yeah.
episodes to people.
it's so good.
It's so fucking
My
good.
my one problem with when people say like, oh, Borat 2 is too political, I'm over here saying like that's the point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
And
the whole point.
If
That
you
is the whole
watched, like he released it a week before election day.
Yeah, like for a reason.
For a reason, bro. Like as soon as like Corona like kind of died down a little bit and he could like produce again and direct, like they were on it.
Yeah.
And
Or the opposite is that during the movie he gets screwed because Corona did happen. It's like, oh shit, can I stay with you guys? And like, sure. And then
Yeah.
you have a whole 5-day period where he's in character of two random people.
Yeah.
and he gets like super drunk and almost breaks character.
Yeah.
Oh, the best story I heard of Sacha Baron Cohen is that I forgot if it was for Who is America or some other movie or whatever. Is that he was in character as somebody. He's playing along. He got too drunk. He goes to the bathroom, and then the camera crew follows him. He's like, "Shit, are you good?" Because he passed out in the bathroom. He's like, "Good, God, you good, you good?" And he wakes up in character.
Yeah,
so
he
I was
wakes
like,
up
"What?
in
I'm ready."
character, like, passed out, wakes
That's
up in
amazing.
character.
The dedication.
I love that, bro.
Oh, it's so good.
Waking up as Sacha Baron Cohen, still being Borat.
I mean,
'cause you
I
just
can't
have to.
imagine keeping character as Borat for as long as he did, especially in the first movie, where it's just like, you know, even when he goes to like where he's staying at like that bed and breakfast,
Yeah,
and then he finds out that it's 2 Jewish women that run it,
and
or,
he's
like,
just throwing money at
he's
them.
throwing money at them. How do you stay in character?
They
for that
cleverly
long?
shifted their shapes. But yeah, like I feel like you need to watch Who Is America
Yeah.
before you watch Borat 2, because like that political like oh, it's too political, I don't like it, because like Borat 1 was just like him going after CJ and just like being stupid.
Yeah, it is. It's basically that. It's just like it's like a popcorn dumb movie. There's no real meaning behind it or anything of real depth. But once you watch Who Is America, you kind of get to appreciate Borat 2 a lot more, just because you can see kind of like the lead up into this change that Sacha Baron Cohen has been doing. And yeah, I also think it's an incredibly stupid fucking argument where like it's too political. It's like, well, that's dumb. And you should feel bad for having that opinion. It's really
Oh,
stupid.
you're telling me it's too political? The man who fucks with politicians,
Yeah.
the president of the United States, the ex-mayor of New York
yeah.
City, who's now the lawyer to the president of the United States, as well as a vice president. Like, for people who don't know Who's America, like Sacha Baron Cohen pretty much has like 4 or 5 other personas where he sits down with like congressmen, congresswomen, legislators, just the representatives,
Yeah.
or like just redneck Americans.
Yeah.
And he just like embarrasses the shit out of them by making them do stupid things and
Like,
say
where
stupid
you got
things.
that one politician to pull his pants
Yeah.
down and chase him.
And yell the N-word.
He got
N-word
the
immediately.
And the hard R.
one of the he's not the governor of Georgia. He was like one of the legislators. I think he's in the Senate, the House of Representatives.
Oh, is this the guns for kids?
No, there's nothing.
not
Not it wasn't kindergartens.
Yeah. Oh God.
But he pretty much like he got that House of Representative man fired because he made him like pull down his pants.
Yeah.
Like say the N-word on like
Yeah.
TV and just be like super racist and like homophobic.
God, you remember the quinceañera plot where they
Oh
were going
my
to host
God,
a face
the
quinceañera
quinceañera
to get quote unquote Mexican pedophiles, and he convinced these guys.
And the police show up.
The police
Yeah.
show up and they take them away.
Why do you guys have lube and condoms? Why
You're
is
waiting
there
at
why
this
is there a
place for a
man in a
15-year-old?
pinata recording this?
Oh, it's
Bro.
it was
Yeah, and then the end of the show is pretty much him sitting down with like just senators or congressmen and saying like, I have a kindergartens program where we're gonna like arm
Kindergarteners.
kindergartners with guns.
Yeah.
Because the only thing better with a bad kid with a gun
He's a
good
good
is a
kid.
good kid with a gun. Yes. In my country, we call it the kindergartens.
oh my god.
And he got multiple senators to like agree on video that this is a good
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
Was it Dick Cheney? What was the guy he's
It might have
well,
Well,
I
no,
think it was
he got Dick Cheney to sign a water bottle.
Oh yeah, no, the
Yeah.
it wasn't the water bottle. It was a torment device. It was
The waterboarding.
waterboarding. There we
Waterboarding,
go,
yeah.
Oh, I mean, it makes sense, right? It's
Yeah.
Dick Cheney.
Yeah, but
I don't think any of us
Borat
are
2
surprised.
was great because he like at the beginning you think the ending's gonna be him fucking with Michael Pence when he goes to Michael Pence, I have the girl, and instead he's just fucking with like Rudy Giuliani.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Pence got top billing, but actually Rudy Giuliani was the star of the movie.
Yeah. Like I remember when it was released, everyone talking about Rudy Giuliani on Twitter, and I'm like, what happened with Rudy? He's like trending,
Yeah.
and they're like, damn, bro, who lays back on their back to tuck in their shirt? Let me know.
Like, that was such a good marketing because like
Are we-
in motion it doesn't feel like as bad as just the still image. Like the still
Yeah.
image alone looks so fucking incriminating, and it's like, yeah, let's just release this online and just.
she is
fucking-
Before we
15.
get into Borat 2, do you guys want to talk about some of your favorite scenes from the first one?
That's fair. It is easy to kind of bulldoze it for the
Yeah.
second
And
one.
all my favorite scenes are politically incorrect, so I will plead the fifth.
Okay.
I mean,
you
that's
can
the
just
point
say
of the movie.
Which one it is?
Well,
Like,
Oh, so bad.
God, what is like my favorite scene in Borat?
I mean,
1?
mine from the first one is the naked fight through the hotel.
I was gonna say the frat boys.
Oh God, those guys.
That scene
Frat Boys
so
is
good.
great. I loved when he was buying the car. Where I install the pussy magnet? If I pay you enough, can you install a pussy magnet into this car? How fast would I have to go to make sure I kill a group of gypsies? I'm telling you, about this bad boy maybe 35, 40 miles an hour.
The fact that every random person, when he goes up to buy something, just goes along with it is
Yeah.
ridiculous. Like that instance, like how fast do I have to go to kill people? It's like, about that, you'll be fine. And then another person's like, so, it's in Borat 2 when he goes to the cake shop and he's like, can you just write this message on the cake? And then she just does it, no questions asked.
yeah, no
it says something
questions
like,
asked.
what was it like?
Oh my
something
God,
about
yeah.
Jewish people again.
Yeah, it was something fucked up again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the woman's like, no problem. It's like, I got questions for you now.
It's impressive how he can convince people to do
Yeah.
pretty much all this stuff. Like he just asks.
What was your favorite scene in Borat 1, Chris?
My favorite scene has to be still the frat boy scene where he goes onto this RV with a bunch of spring break frat boys and they sue him afterwards, which is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And it's just like, they're all such pieces of shit, but they all seemingly genuinely care when he got sad about
Yeah.
it's like the duality of man in a scene. It's fucking great.
They were racist, sexist.
yeah,
frat
they were
Yeah.
awful.
It
Yeah,
was
the
awful.
worst.
They cared about him. They cared about this vague immigrant man who was in love with CJ from
Baywatch.
Baywatch. Oh,
I think my favorite scene had to be the Pamela Anderson one, where they like kidnap her.
Oh yeah.
The
But
ending?
only because finding out that they shot it twice, and the first time they didn't get enough of a reaction from the crowd, so they shot it again.
Yeah.
Really?
Her
Yeah.
mans didn't care that much at first, and then the second
My
time
world
they
is
fought
my.
back.
That's crazy.
I love
Okay.
it.
I
Like
didn't
they're
know
just
that.
imagine just like you're getting kidnapped, and people are just standing there, just looking at you,
Yeah.
dumbfounded.
What?
That's why I think that's why it makes it one of my favorite scenes out of the movie.
Okay, just because of that context.
yeah, just because of the context for it.
Oh,
That's,
it is a
crazy.
good
That's
one.
crazy.
What's yours, Fabio?
Well, oh god, there's literally, dude, so many. So there's it's like when he's at the hotel and the guy comes in like, sir, there's a telegram for you. Can you read? Your wife Oksana was walking your brother Bilo
Brother Bilo.
when she got attacked and violated by a bear. He violate and he break her. You mean my wife? She dead. Yes, sir. That's unfortunately what's happening.
High
High five.
I like that you can really tell Fabio's seen this movie 12 times because he had the down to a fact.
I'm telling you, I
science.
have the whole movie.
Whenever he
like,
gets
in my
bored, you
brain.
close your eyes and you just watch it in your head.
Oh yeah,
play
dude.
the whole movie
'cause
again.
What John Mulaney says, we have movie theaters up here, bro. We literally have movie theaters up here. You can imagine anything you want. Nothing's stopping you. Yeah. Oh God. What else?
I think so many like the first movie gets overshadowed now by the second one in my mind. Like I
Yeah.
think about like best stuff from Borat, and I think about like a lot of Borat 2 stuff over Borat 1. Like I think about the dance scene in Borat 2, or I think about the breast plant place, the implants, or the ending. You know, like all that shit just
Yeah.
completely has
That's
overpowered
true.
Borat 1. for me.
I do feel like Borat 2 was better.
Yeah, I agree with that statement.
I mean, yeah, I liked Borat 2. I mean, I like Borat 2 better just because... No, not just because. It's because it's harder for me to like Borat because I've heard so much about it, and then I watched it. So
Yeah.
I came in and it's like, oh, okay. It wasn't like, oh, this is hilarious. It was like, oh, okay, now I've seen it. It wasn't like a big reaction at the time because I knew the majority of it.
that's fair.
That's fair,
That's just
yeah.
like checking off something on a list.
Yep.
And on that note, I'm going to go on a bit of a tangent. I have to have Fabio settle a bit of a debate here. Fabio, have you seen The Social Network?
What the minute network?
Not Borat.
Okay. Yeah. No, I haven't seen.
Yes.
Social-
Oh, fuck you, Tyler. Fuck you. Okay.
Time out, wait. Time out,
Where did
wait.
that come from?
Yeah.
The Social Network. you
Yeah,
have been-
but why now?
Oh well, he made you. Well, you said checking movies off a list.
Yeah.
Which is how I felt about The Social Network and why I've never gotten around to watching it. And for a week and a half, these two have been hammering.
Okay,
on
no,
me.
not a week and a half.
no.
It was
One
like 30
moment.
minutes.
It was
Chill the
one
fuck out.
moment.
Multiple days. No, Tyler did it a couple
Okay,
other times
don't
before.
lump me in with Tyler then.
All right.
You're right.
It came up
Tyler has done
twice.
this at least 3 times.
Twice.
3.
When's the third now?
Okay, no, we did it when we were watching. I'm not going into the details of this,
Uh-huh.
Tyler. All right, I'm not going into the details of this. But
Your narrative, Chris. All right.
listen, they've been yelling at me for not watching The Social Network for an amount of time, and they're like, Chris, everyone has watched The Social Network. How have you not watched The Social Network? And I brought up
But
the
you're
point.
asking the wrong person.
Yeah, I was about to
Fabio doesn't
say,
watch
you watch
anything.
movies.
Fabio barely watches movies.
I dabble.
He dabbles.
Barely.
I think
I started dabbling.
Started, exactly.
I started dabbling.
What was the last movie you watched before these two today?
Not Borat either.
Before Borat. Because that was
not
probably the
before
last
Borat.
one.
It could be between Borat and this if you
No,
watch
there is
something.
no.
That's
We
how
don't
we
know
know
yet.
in
Hey,
there.
we're gonna find out.
Look
We're
at
gonna
his
find out.
face.
We're gonna find
Honestly,
out.
all the movies I kind of watch with you guys.
Yeah, so.
Okay, but like the thing is, like, I don't really like take time out of my day
No,
to
yeah,
like sit
no,
down and watch
that's what I'm
movies.
saying, that's
Like
what
I
I'm saying.
want to, but like I'm always on my computer just
No,
watching Twitch streams.
I'm
I
just
would-
throwing this at Chris because Chris is trying to use you
as a scapegoat.
As the benchmark,
backup
yeah.
for his argument.
I mean,
of
understandably.
not watching The Social Network. If you ask like anybody else, they've probably watched it.
I can find. Okay, I'll find more people.
I'm gonna
Every
love
time
this.
we get a guest on this podcast, I'm gonna ask them if they've seen The Social Network. And somebody who watches
Every
movies
time
is
we get
gonna
a guest,
say no.
I'm just gonna text them like 2 days before. Hey, can you watch
Hey,
Social
hey,
Network?
watch
please?
this movie.
I hate you so much.
Wait, Tom. I wanted to say I like how you're using that argument of the hype for something and then not watching it.
Yes.
And that's like the opposite for me with King's Speech, with the anti-hype against it, and that's why I don't.
I was
watch
talking
it.
about this case about Borat, Tyler. I just think you have weird reasons for not watching movies in general.
That's 3 movies you listed.
That's
that I
3
haven't
whole
seen.
movies.
Yeah, and there's billions of movies.
Okay, yes, but you're holding one movie against me, Tyler.
All right, let's save this for later.
We've been arguing this for several days.
Let's move on.
All right, speaking of the Social Network, some people in Trump's network can't be social because they're in jail. And that was one of my favorite things in Borat 2 was when he was in the car with his daughter. He was like, "Who are we gonna like give you to now?"
Goes to a
And
list.
He was pulling out like people like from Trump's campaign, and he was like, Paul Manafort, like, oh, in jail. This person, oh, in jail. This person, oh, exonerated. I don't fucking know. Like, all these things, like everyone's just like in jail or like on trial for something. And I was like, what about Rudy Giuliani? And then the Heims start playing for Borat again. And he's like, oh yes, no, this is the play. And then he fucks the Rudy Giuliani in that legendary scene.
God.
This movie was surprisingly wholesome.
The relationship between Borat and what's his daughter's name?
Tutar?
Yeah. Like that relationship that goes on throughout the whole movie between first him just like wanting to get rid of her,
He's like,
Yeah.
I have a son who's a girl.
and then like
She's in the cage.
yeah. First of all, her acting's amazing in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, she got signed with something recently, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For some like acting, but
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
she's gonna be doing
Sacha
stuff.
Baron Cohen like handpicked her.
Yeah.
yeah, because he said that like obviously he had to try out so many people just to see, and what he looked for is someone who would actually like work well with him, but also not break.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they literally tested it with just random people.
Yeah.
And they like tried stayed in character for like set amount of hours.
Yeah, and
Set
she
amount
did
of
it.
hours. Wow, that's just.
I loved her though because she was kind of like a representation of Melania Trump. Like
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
just
it was
remind
like- she had the TV and
cartoon?
It was, yeah, the cartoon, the golden cage.
The fact that you literally just
I walked
grabbed
up to
by the
her.
pussy
Oh my
in the
god!
cartoon.
And you grabbed the pussy in the cartoon.
And continued to dance like that.
Yeah.
I wasn't moving.
And then, and then I was not ready for that. I was.
I think there's this.
that
none
was
of us
like
are ready for
right
this
at the
movie.
beginning.
Yeah, that was in the beginning, and it was great.
I do like how the premise of this movie was not originally him like selling his daughter. Sophia. At first, he was supposed to bring Kazakhstan's greatest porn star,
Johnny the Monkey.
Johnny the Monkey, over to America instead. Unfortunately, Tutar
Who's
ate
also,
Johnny
by the way,
Monkey.
an actual monkey.
Yeah.
It would be a lot worse if he wasn't.
Is he also a porn star?
He was
Asking for a
also a
friend.
porn star and a child star. A child like, oh.
Careful,
Yeah.
careful,
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
careful.
Yeah. I stopped myself there.
Get those words.
I don't know how to word this now without it sounding weird after porn star.
Go on.
Anthony, edit this part out,
I don't
please.
know.
Anthony, I'm talking to Anthony.
You know, we're just gonna move on from that one. I don't know how to word it in my head right now, so I'm not gonna.
You're just not gonna handle that. Yeah, and then Tutar ate him, so
Yep.
that's why he had to sell his daughter instead. I mean,
And then it changed again with coronavirus.
well, we'll get to that. I mean, it's just
We'll get to that.
This movie, I think, is even more impressive than the first in how much it fucks with people. Because, like, you know, in the first one, they kind of like they're getting into like little groups of people, or like they're talking to like small organizations. Here, they get an interview with Rudy Giuliani. They like stay at these people's house for 5 days. They get to perform in front of a
Conservative
fucking
rally.
conservative rally, an anti-mask rally. Like, it feels like the scale of fucking with people is just way higher than the first.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah,
I
so-
also thought the fact that he had to disguise his disguise,
That's fucking great. Everyone
like he
knows
had to disguise
Borat.
his character,
Yeah.
and the fact that he included that in the movie was great.
Like, everyone knows what Borat looks like at this point. You can't be Borat
So
and someone not
the
realize.
fact that he got all this shit done after coming out with the first movie and being that popular is super impressive.
Yeah. It's a testament to his ability to fuck with people and his will to fuck with people.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like with this one, it was purposeful, you know? Like,
Yeah.
he was doing more political stunts.
yeah, 100%.
Like in Borat 1, he like you could argue he fucked with a lot of like the Midwest and like what it is to like be like a regular like white American, you know, or because the way he sit down with people.
Yeah.
But like that wasn't his like premise. He was that was just like kind of like the cherry on top.
Yeah.
While in Borat 2, it was like this is like his purpose was to just like show like the political like
yeah, just screw with everybody
Yeah.
as much as possible.
And a lot of these scenes are fucking crazy, man.
yeah.
again, the conservative rally you brought up.
Yeah, that one ended up going fucking insane, like off camera.
Yeah.
Like, they got real.
Have you
pissed.
seen that, Fabio?
What?
It's like the one time Sacha Baron Cohen has broken.
Yeah,
character.
no, I saw the video.
Okay.
He had to like go into an ambulance and he had to like hold the door closed.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was like an
door
RV
shut.
or something. I think
He was wearing a bulletproof vest underneath
Yeah.
his costume.
Yeah, better safe than sorry. Those people were fucking livid. They were like, they wanted to tear him apart. It's fucking amazing.
Well, they were with it in the beginning.
Yeah, when they all started singing
Yeah.
along to chop up somebody, I think journalists
Like
or
the
something.
Serbs
Chop him
do.
up like the Saudis do.
Like the Saudis, yeah.
Or Obama, what we gonna do? Inject him with the Wuhan flu?
Yeah,
Glad you got these
the
lyrics.
guys doing the Nazi
And it was the
salutes.
best because he got the people he was living with to help him on the
Yeah.
song. People he doesn't even know he's been staying with for 5 days during a coronavirus. Like,
That was
time
also
period.
crazy.
That they
these
said
like
yes.
two like really like QAnon people,
Yeah.
like super conservative, like
Yeah.
the
Yep.
deep end. They were just like, yeah, you can come stay with us.
What the scarier, this a virus or the Democrat?
The Democrats. And he stayed in character for that whole 5 days.
Like,
That's
that's
insane.
crazy.
That's
you can
insane.
imagine, you wake up, you go to sleep, you are in character. You're not Sacha Baron Cohen, you're fucking Borat. Like, that's
After retiring Borat for 14 years.
yeah,
Yeah.
like you're not
You know?
you I think I don't know, man. He changes into characters like he's changing clothes. It's fucking crazy.
Have you ever put a baby inside your daughter? I did. Naughty.
Oh god, that scene was-
conversation.
oh god.
Can you take it out of her? No, that's a gift from God. We can't do that. But what do you mean?
the fact that whole place was just a straight up anti-abortion place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that they were like, yeah, it's fine. You fucked your daughter and put a baby in her.
He takes a pause when he says that. It's like, wait, you do that? It's like, yeah, the baby is mine. She is in there. It's like, okay.
They're still staunch on their side though. They
It's like, so can you get out of it? It's like, no, it's God's choice. It's like, you pause there. You definitely thought about it. You definitely know something's wrong, but you decide to keep going.
Also, apparently, I found out that the scene where they're like where she dances and she has like all of her period blood over the place.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, like most of the people there are actors.
Oh,
it
yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
like a
most of the
genuine
people- no,
interaction.
but they
the
didn't know
one
that-
guy,
the
the one
people who owned the venue didn't know what was
Yeah.
going on.
But-
So they're the ones who had an issue with it, and they're the ones who kicked everyone out.
From my
Okay, I see
understanding
that.
is that a lot of the people that are actors, they didn't know that that's what they were signing up for.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah.
didn't like
Yeah.
explicitly also say it. So like they got like some
So, like,
genuine reaction.
most of
but
the
they
reactions were
somewhat knew
genuine.
what was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Okay.
well,
Like,
that one guy was definitely genuine. The one who said, the one when Bart asked how much would you pay for my daughter, and the guy legitimately said like 500, and then
Yeah.
the daughter's like, you fucking
Yeah, it's like,
asshole.
that's gross.
I
Yeah.
feel like there was a cut in there somewhere.
She was
though.
easily worth $450, bro.
like there was a cut somewhere in there that took that kind of out of context. I feel like.
You think? I don't think
so.
so.
Maybe just a little. I obviously it was still fucked up,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's no.
but I
there's
don't
no
think
way
it was
to make
as
that
bad
feel
as
good.
it was.
Man.
Hmm.
I will say, I think probably one of like the scenes that are the most just like, oh man, wow, they really said that. Has to be at the breast implant surgery place.
Yeah.
Where the guy,
Oh
the
my
doctor is
God.
just like,
The plastic
my
surgeon,
God.
dude.
yeah, plastic surgeon guy is just like, hey, if your father wasn't here.
Yeah, would you give my
High
daughter?
five.
So bad. That was so bad.
But even like we mainly talked about all the fucked up parts of it. The scenes with the babysitter and the scenes with who's there's
The
another
Jewish woman.
Yeah, the Jewish woman. The two like really endearing moments that are showing like, hey, well, one the Jewish woman is we spoke about Borat walking in wanting to basically kill himself because he thinks
he
the
wants to commit
Jews will
suicide.
yeah.
Because he found out the Holocaust was fake.
And he also lost
from
his daughter.
Facebook.
Yeah.
He's like,
And
I'm
he
gonna wait
lost
for the
his
next
daughter.
mass shooting.
Yeah.
So he went to this. He went there.
But then like the Jewish woman like sits him down, gives him soup, and then they actually talk.
Yeah, he also comes in as the like stereotypical like
Puppet master
Nazi
shit, yeah.
Propaganda,
Jewish
image of a Jew.
propaganda.
Yeah.
You know what's
Which,
crazy?
the fact that she was willing to like sit down and have a conversation with him when he's dressed like that,
Yeah.
Impressive.
impressive.
He actually broke character while speaking to her towards the end.
yeah, yeah.
Afterward.
Yeah, afterwards. Yeah, he's like, I'm actually doing this for like the movie and everything. Like he didn't keep her with the genuine
I mean, yeah, I think
confusion.
you have to at that point.
Yeah.
Like, there's,
And what was even greater, he actually, she passed away shortly after, and him and his team actually put together like this memorial service. And on top of that, they also had like a little like memoir for her in the end of the movie, or like something like
yeah,
that.
they have
Yeah.
it dedicated to her.
Yeah, and then they like got like I don't know if it was like donations or something like that, but like they gave her like
Yeah.
some like appeal for
Yeah,
the public.
I remember that.
And then her family ended up suing him.
Yeah.
But he got thrown out.
And he got
But
thrown
he got
out.
dismissed.
They got thrown out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like, I guess the thing, like with Borat, and even like again with Who Is America, it's always fun to watch him fuck with like shitheads, like people who clearly deserve it. It's like, oh, great time, fuck with them. do whatever you want. But like when people are like being genuinely kind back to the character, and like, or like in the case where the babysitter, she's like trying to help Tutar like get out of an arranged marriage, is how she sees it.
Yeah, and like get her to be her own person.
Yeah, like there's like genuine kindness there. It's like, man, I kind of feel really bad for the fact that you're getting fucked with right now.
Yeah.
Because you genuinely are worried and like a decent human being.
But then
in comparison to everyone else.
But then he paid $100,000 to her because like she was obviously pissed off after the fact.
Yeah.
And then he like either raised money or straight up gave her $100,000.
Yeah, I heard. I can't remember which of the two it was either, but I did hear that. In which case, please, Sacha Baron Cohen, feel free to fuck with me anytime. Sounds like a great plan.
Actually, no, because if you break into Chris's house, he will murder you.
That was okay. That was 3 episods ago, Tyler. Things change. I'm a
He's
new
gonna
person.
go for the ankles.
Yeah, he's still gonna go for
Oh
the
my God,
ankles.
the ankles. He's turning into waffles. Catch that.
Just better safe than sorry. But no, listen. I mean, I would. Okay, no, I don't know if I'd want someone to
Yeah.
bring it to my house for $100,000, but it'd be tempting.
What was I gonna say?
That Chris's jigsaw, yeah.
No, it was in relation to Borat too. With like the genuineness. Oh man, it slipped.
Was it from Borat too?
Yeah, it was
like,
from Borat too. Oh yeah. So at the end of him talking to her, he like, and she's being super nice and everything. He's like, the Holocaust did not happen, and she's like, I was there, I saw it with my own eyes, and he was like, what? And he leaves like super happy.
Yeah.
He leaves super happy after Tutar showed him on Facebook that the Holocaust wasn't real. She's like, I went to the one place where nobody lies. Facebook. And I'm like, this is fucking great because Facebook had the whole propaganda with with Trump in the
they
election.
still do.
I mean,
They never will stop.
They don't take anything down.
I think this is a good pivot to the first to Rudy Giuliani, because we talked a little bit about that scene, but I think that scene deserves a little bit more of a lens on it, where Tutar basically sets up a interview with Rudy Giuliani, and he starts getting a little bit handsy.
with alcohol, mind you.
With alcohol in the
And
room.
she's 15.
Well,
She's
granted,
15 according to like.
to be
in
fair,
character.
he doesn't know that part.
Yeah, I don't think he knew that part.
To be fair, Tyler, why you defending
But she's
Rudy
also not
Giuliani
15.
here?
Well, no, it's like,
Not
it's not like,
15.
like yeah.
Like, what are you trying to? Like,
I don't think Rudy
I was
Giuliani
trying to throw you under the
I don't
bus.
think he'd willingly
Yeah.
have a sit-down interview with alcohol with a 15-year-old. That's just like
Probably not.
Yeah, that part is clearly not like said.
That's
so.
fair. I do think still that like he did get very, very
Oh no,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah,
The
yeah.
fact that everything
It
else
was
is
a
totally dead.
little suspect.
Yeah, I mean, I think she said after the fact, pretty recently, she said she was very, like, her heart was racing during that scene. Like, she was very concerned.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
is
mine would be
Cohen.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, can you just fucking look at him, bro? He's a fucking rat.
And, no, I mean, I've been saying,
He's
yeah.
disgusting.
The fact that she even is like, oh, let's go to the bedroom to get this off. It's like that. You don't need to do that.
Yep.
That didn't need to happen.
It didn't need to go
Also,
that far.
how deep are you tucking your pants in, bro? Tucking your shirt in. Like, how long is your shirt?
Who
that you-
lays
that-
back to tuck their shirt in?
Also, the fact that he like, oh,
But his hand was at his crotch, dude. Like, how deep are you tucking your shirt in?
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's
it
what I'm
was
saying.
like she acted as a foreign reporter. The fact that he's like, oh yeah, cool, I'm cool if you no clearance check or anything. You want to go to the bedroom? It's like, is that easy? All right.
I mean, there's two impressive things. A, it's impressive they even got her into that interview in the first place, and he did not bother. Like, there was no real, they either faked all the information they needed, or no one even bothered checking. Like, whichever of the two it is, it's impressive.
Yeah.
And it's also impressive that he just really went with it like that. You
Yep.
know, like hand touch on leg, like, oh, you're doing fine, honey. It's like, Rudy.
Yeah.
Rudy.
Rudy baby.
Yeah. No.
You gotta stop. You gotta stop.
This ain't the 60s anymore, Rudy. We can't do this.
Oh my god. We don't have that mentality anymore. We're not sexist.
It's not
There's no
1984.
misogyny.
Yeah.
But even then, I'm pretty sure that's not the craziest part of the movie. Is that it's the ending.
Oh yeah. The plot twist.
The plot twist.
The
Oh god,
biggest
it's show.
plot twist of the fucking...
So the beginning of the movie is Borat is allowed to be released from prison because he was in prison from the first movie because it made
Yeah.
Kazakhstan look
the
like
gulag, Tyler, please.
Oh yes, the gulag.
He's
Yes.
in the gulag.
So yeah, he's allowed to go back to America because the president,
The premiere.
premier. Yeah, I was trying to get
Yeah.
it right. The premier asked him to deliver the monkey, the porn star monkey.
Johnny
Yeah.
the Monkey.
Johnny
Yes.
the Monkey.
And-
Don't spill it. Don't fuck up his name, Tyler.
Johnny
he's
the
a legend.
Johnny the monkey. So after all that, he obviously fails in doing so because it's then turned into delivering Tatar to Mike Pence, and then that failed. But when he gets back, they're like, "Oh no, you're okay. We won't kill you." And they're like, and Boyd's like, "Huh, okay, that's weird." And then they look at the Boyd, and it's an entire plan laying out the coronavirus, and then we'd find out that Borat was patient zero.
They injected him with gypsy tears that contained the COVID.
It was meant to protect me from the AIDS.
Oh
They
man.
not tell me that this virus was something that they put in me.
Yeah. How was meeting Tom Hanks?
Oh yeah, when they met Tom Hanks, bro, I forgot about that scene. I'm like, Tom Hanks. Oh yeah, because he had COVID.
Yeah, I mean that's great.
That
they got
was
him
just
on for that.
disrespectful. I'm sorry.
Oh, I
That was
know,
just
that's so
disrespectful. Like, what famous person got COVID? Tom Hanks. Put him in the movie. And they just put Tom Hanks in the fucking movie.
Like I like how, like in the beginning, there's like this funny scene where Borat's being shipped all over the
Yeah.
world. It's like, oh, it's so
On
funny.
like a cargo
like,
ship.
They're
Yeah.
incompetent. They couldn't
Oh, they
send him
just
to
hate
America,
him,
right?
so they're
Yeah.
making him go around everywhere.
And then
Fuck
instead,
you.
it's just like he goes to Wuhan.
Yeah.
he goes to like all these other places that had heavy amounts of the coronavirus.
So bad.
He's just spreading it
So
around
bad.
the world. He gives a soft wah wah wee wahs. He drops his drink.
Whoa, it was. And then he chases after him, and he's like,
Yeah.
and he tells him his whole plan. He's like, I have you on a recording on my magic calculator. He's like, what is that magic calculator? I just love how they exaggerate like the immigrantness
Yeah.
of Kazakhstan or like,
Yeah.
of Borat.
It's funny though, because like a lot of them are kind of true. Like
Yeah,
the
no,
immigrant-
it's
the immigrant
exaggerated stereotypes. And that's
Yeah.
what, same thing with like This Is Spinal Tap. It's just exaggerated stereotypes.
Yeah, yeah.
Even
I mean,
with Popstar.
I think that's like that is the point of a mockumentary. You want to keep it like almost a little bit
Mm-hmm.
believable, especially when you're like interviewing real people in the
Yeah.
case of like Borat. You want to keep it just close enough to believable that they'll fall for it, but absurd enough that when you watch it, it's like, how the fuck did they fall for
Mm-hmm.
it? And like, it's a lot of it is just like amping up stereotypes to 1,000.
Yeah.
You know, but in a way that it's just like it's not that crazy. You know, no one's doing anything insane. You still think that this pop star would be this type of way, or this rock star would be this way, or this immigrant would be this way, and you just got to sell it on them,
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, it was just to like bring political awareness to like the political climate in the U.S.
Yeah.
And I feel like he did that really well
great
because he
job
kind of
with
just
it.
showed how crazy
Yeah.
like one party is.
I mean, like I feel like this was probably like in terms of like he wanted to like bring political awareness with like the election going on this year, and this one definitely does it. This one got more popular than Who Is America. Like I feel like Who Is America's
it's
kind
slept
of
on. People
niche.
don't
Yeah.
really know about Who Is America. It's just
It was on fucking Showtime.
Yeah.
It
No
was,
one has Showtime.
Like at the beginning, it was big with that first episode and like a couple other clips, but then it died down as it went on.
Yeah, so like no one really talks about it. I don't feel like that many people have really seen it as compared to like Borat 1 and 2, especially Borat 2, because Borat 2 had the notoriety of Borat 1 at this
Yep.
point. Like Borat 1
I mean,
was the biggest
they also
mockumentary.
released that Giuliani scene early.
Yeah. So like everybody
knew it.
Everybody saw this
Yeah.
movie. Like I think it was like one of the most streamed movies, I think like of the month or
Yeah, wouldn't be
of the
surprised.
year.
You
Like
could-
perfect
you could
time
just
to
say,
release,
yeah,
like,
what came
release
out.
it, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he had to do it on Amazon Prime Video because movie theaters are kind of
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck it. I think that probably
That was the
worked,
play.
That worked even
Yeah.
easier.
I'm
than
thinking
that
how many
point.
people have Amazon Prime right now because
Yeah.
they're at home.
And they advertised the shit out of Borat
Yeah.
too, bro.
Yeah, it
Like
was
the actual
everywhere.
shit. I was so excited.
I mean, he was also everywhere, like in character.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing promos.
yeah, I remember I saw this leak on Instagram, seeing him in the car, like just being confused and like overwhelmed,
Yeah,
from
yeah.
like another person in Cali who was just recording him as he was just driving by.
Yeah.
Is that Borat? And like nobody really knew what Borat 2 was being filmed. Like the leaks were going around.
Oh, good
Oh,
times.
like even in the commercials, there's two scenes in the commercials that they still play that aren't in the movie. There's one of him on in a driving range, like fucking around with some people, and then there's one with the tires on the top of his car because he's like, women are not allowed in cars. Men and bears are only.
Oh, yeah.
And like a cop pulls him over, and a cop pulls him over because like you have a kid on top of your car. I want to see that full scene. I don't
Yeah.
know if it's like out anywhere, but
I wonder if they'll ever release like those extended scenes. If they ever do a
I feel
if
like
they ever do a
eventually they
physical
will be.
release, maybe
maybe.
They
like a
will.
Blu-ray or something. That'd be pretty cool.
I loved like the ending after the coronavirus.
Oh,
Oh,
that
yeah.
was great.
Like in Borat 1, they're like, we no longer have the running of the Jew. We Christian now. And they're poking at fucking
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And then in this one, we're like, we're not doing that one anymore either. We're doing the runnings of the Americans.
Yeah.
And
Where
it
it's Trump supporters running around.
Yeah, with like a MAGA hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to spread COVID.
And then the
A Karen.
Yeah, and then the
And-
Karen with the he's like
Karen
he's like
with the machine
yeah,
gun from
she,
Walmart.
He was like she went to Walmart for her AR-15.
Unloading.
Here's
into
Dr. Fauci. Oh no.
He's Fauci with the vaccine.
Oh my god.
Yo, that took me out.
Oh,
That was great.
So
And then it ended on a nice moment with his daughter because she's
Yeah.
the
Number
third.
The
She's the third
The
best
third, yeah.
journalist, and he's the fourth.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, man.
it got wholesome at the
It
end.
got really
It
wholesome.
was. This
Yeah.
was a lot more wholesome than the first one.
Yeah.
It was a pretty wholesome movie, and also I think it's just a better movie in general. Like it's Borat 2 is actually really good. Like Borat 1's a fun time.
Yeah.
Borat 2 is a good movie.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that's the
Borat 2
distinction.
has like a legitimate plot.
Yeah.
It has like a legitimate plot, and then it has like actual things to say, which
Is this when you guys like do the rankings?
this is pretty much where we pivot right into the rankings. But now we have to do it a little differently. We have to start with 4 instead of. So what's the worst of them for you guys? Like what's number 4?
Probably Spinal Tap. I really enjoyed all 4 of them, but like, in terms of just strength, I think Spinal Tap is. I just get it's older and it's more like rock bandy. I don't like really empathize with rock bands all too much.
I agree.
So that's why
I also
4.
put Spinal Tap as my number 4 here. You guys?
It's tough.
It's tough.
I know it's not Spinal Tap.
I think it's Popstar for me.
Okay.
For me, it's either Borat 1 or Popstar. I think I'm leaning towards Borat.
Okay. So
That's
you say
surprising.
Borat as your ending. Interesting. You?
I said Popstar.
You said Popstar.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
3.
Popstar.
Borat 1.
Popstar.
Spinal Tap. I like Borat too much
Okay.
to not have it in top 2, I think.
And 2.
Okay, now that's where it gets finicky for me. Because how you make a film and not make another film you like equally, you know? So I don't know what I like more.
Oh, you got to pick, Fabio. You got to pick.
I don't know.
Yes. Borat, what is your best feature film?
I put the Borat 2.
Wow.
best
Borat
one?
2
Borat
and number
two.
2.
Borat 2
2
and
and
number
number
2.
2.
Borat
Okay.
2 and number 2, yes.
I'm going to put Popstar, number 2. I just had a really fun time with that one.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like
I-
an easygoing movie, but it's just fun. It's just Lonely Island. Like, it's just a good
Yeah,
time.
I think that the reason why Popstar's so low for me is just because like I like the other movies more, I think.
And that's
And like
fair.
I watched Borat 1 when it like first came out in
That-
2006.
See, that's
you
the
were
problem.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. You know that fucking naked scene is like burned into my head, right?
Imagine watching that 12 times.
Imagine watching it when you're like 8.
8. Yeah. But that's why Borat's at like the lowest spot for me because I saw it 2 weeks ago after already
like,
hearing the jokes
14
50
years
times.
of hype for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Tyler's already sick of it. He had like the bias. He's like, fuck the very nice.
Yeah, he's done with it.
Yeah.
And I think Popstar was so low for me because I had a friend that like really hyped the shit up out of the movie.
Yeah, you got they told I forgot we didn't say the story, but yeah, you guys both had a friend who said that this movie was like the best thing they ever saw.
It was good. I
Yeah,
like
it's
they
good.
and why are they wrong?
I'm not calling out any names.
Yeah, no, not taking a shot
Somebody.
there.
Damn it.
We're gonna we'll call them Asimov. Asimov said it was the best thing they ever saw.
Sure.
And ever since then, you guys didn't like it as much. I remember you told me because of that, like to go in with low expectations. So I went in with low expectations, and it was just a fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely enjoyable.
I think I had a very good amount of laughs out of that. I think definitely more than
And
Spinal
then
Tap.
I think Spinal Tap I liked more just because it's British. I like British humor, man.
Yeah.
I
British
think that
humor's
shit's
good.
hilarious.
Okay, I kind of want. I'm changing my number 4 to Popstar, by the way.
Wow, so now I'm
So
doing it now.
Spinal Tap
Yeah.
is third.
Yeah, I'm really thinking about it, and I really enjoyed Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Popstar
just
is-
like
it's-
that dry
it's more
sense of humor
relatable,
they had.
But the dry
I
sense,
love
like
that
I'm really
shit.
thinking about all the jokes again, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Even though I don't empathize as much, I still enjoyed the jokes.
You're not wrong. I think that most of these movies are pretty close to each other. Personally, I think there's just one outlier, but that like
Yeah.
most of them are pretty damn close.
Yeah, I think my number 2 is gonna be Borat,
Okay.
the original.
Okay, boy. Wait, then what'd you put 2 as? What'd you put Borat 2 as? Oh,
That
you
was
didn't.
my last one left, Tyler.
Oh, no,
God,
yeah,
thanks
I
for spoiling my fucking rankings.
I don't know. I thought you said it already. That's why I was confused.
Right at the finish line.
No,
Tyler. Come
mine's
on.
Popstar, Spinal Tap, Borat,
And then Borat.
and then yeah.
Spoilers.
Thanks, Tyler.
Thanks.
God,
Oh, I'm
you
sorry.
fucked it
The
up, dude.
listeners couldn't figure that one out.
Not without you hand-holding them. We respect our listeners. We treat them
We
like
have
they're
educated
intelligent Tyrants.
listeners.
Yeah. Come on.
Chris, what's your number 2?
I think it was Popstar.
Did
Yeah,
you forget?
it was.
It was
Yeah,
Popstar.
yeah.
Yeah, they kind of do blur together. They kind of like they all keep switching around.
And now for number 1,
Yeah. I mean,
Borat
my
2.
but 2 is Borat 2. So.
Wait,
everyone-
your number
everyone
2 is
put-
Borat
Choose
2?
Borat too?
Yeah.
What's your number 1?
Oh, really? What can you want to think
We're
about
on
it?
the number runs now,
Yeah,
Tyler.
it's your turn for number 1, Tyler.
Spinal Tap.
Spinal Tap at
Fair.
number 1.
Wow.
Yeah,
fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
Interesting.
That's
I think this
fair.
might be the first
Right?
week where we all have something different.
Did you expect anything? It was 4 movies and 4
That's
people.
true. It does make it a little bit easier.
and the Borat.
Yours is Borat 1.
And mine's Borat 1.
Borat 2.
Borat 2, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Wow. And that's the binge. I'm actually glad we finally got a week where everything was different.
Yeah.
What was the lowest
Well-
one for most people? Popstar?
I think most people put Popstar at the bottom. I like Popstar a lot more. I put it at the second.
Mm.
And then
Why'd you put Spinal Tap at 1? Just because we all have it like pretty low.
Yeah, you have it pretty low. I like the humor of it a lot, and plus, yeah, people think I'm British.
can't you guys tell?
Yeah, and I mean, like, I listen to any music, and I know the type of rock bands that they're making fun of, and that's why. Like I thought of, obviously they're not making fun of Radiohead, but Radiohead is what most people think of when they think of a pretentious band.
Okay.
So I just thought of them as that, and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. This is hilarious.
Actually, I can understand why you liked it more because you're also just really big into music. So
He's
like,
the music guy here,
yeah.
so that makes sense. Okay, I can respect your opinion here, Tyler. That's fair.
As opposed to
As
Times
opposed
you
to
don't
not
respect
respecting
it.
it.
yeah.
As opposed to every other week.
Every other week we agreed.
That's
Yeah, every
that's
other
nice.
week. This is the first week where we've all
Well,
had a
no,
different
last week I also had the
Yeah, you had
odd
Record
one.
Ralph.
But
was your
me and
favorite.
Chris
Yeah.
had the same ranking last week.
I think it was exactly.
It was exactly the
last
same.
week.
Yeah.
But that's the Binge. Thank you guys for joining us again this week. And
Yep.
next week we're gonna see the greatest hunt possible, cat and mouse game. That should be pretty fun, actually.
Yeah, I had fun watching all three of them.
Those are the really good ones. So
Yeah.
our guest has nothing to say here.
Thank you very much for having me on your show.
You can use the
Dziękuję.
Borat, you can use the door. You don't have to jump out the window. every
Actually, you
time.
know what, Borat, can you please sign us off with the Kazakhstan national anthem?
Kazakhstan is the greatest